Hi guys, welcome to another episode of DB Cars itself, and today I'll be reviewing the GetGo Audi A5. So let's dive straight to this video right now. Alright then, so here is guys the Audi A5 from GetGo itself. So yeah, one thing I have to say right off the bat is unfortunately this car is a victim of multiple damages. So yeah, let me just start off with the front of the car itself. So basically front of the car right off the bat is other than some weird prints on the car itself, which is right here, and maybe there's some right over here, some right over here as well. That's also, the main damage is right here, which as you guys can see the bumper is somewhat cracked, yeah, and also there's some damage on the front splitter itself right here itself. Moving on, there's also more damage on the front of the car right here. So front of the car right here, you also got another crack that's also starting to happen right here, and this left side front splitter is also been sprayed. So on the right side is cracked, this side is scraped. So yeah, that's the downside of it. Moving on, you got more damage to the car itself. So unfortunately this car, if I'm not wrong, all four sides of the rims are curved. So yeah, as you guys can see, it's right here. Let me see if I can balance myself. Not for, oh yeah, and this is a major one. I think maybe when the person is turning up the multi-story car park, it has dented the car itself. So yeah, as you guys can see, it really dented the side of the car on the rear passenger door, and also the side skirt on the left hand side itself. Moving on, you got more curved rest right here, and that is for the left hand side right here. For the rear, there isn't any damage itself. On the right hand side, let me just show you guys the damage itself. More curving on the side, and same goes the front, which I'll show you guys right now. So yeah, basically that is all the damage for the exterior wise. Before I show you guys the interior and the trunk space, if you're wondering, the fuel filter cap on the right hand side for the Audi A5 itself, so just to take note of that. I think mainly for 20 cars they're on the right hand side. I think in the past few years they're all on the left hand side. So yeah, okay, let me just show you guys the rear right now. So before I show you guys the rear, you got this very nice carbon fiber, which you don't really see on rental car itself. You got this very nice carbon fiber looking boot spoiler, which made the car even more aggressive. That's a very good thing. You got a blacked out Audi logo right here, and let me see, I can show you guys the trunk space. Oh my god, that's so heavy. Alright, so yeah, here is guys the trunk space for the Audi A5 itself. But so if I'm not wrong, it should be electronic, but I could be wrong on that. So yeah, I could be wrong on that. But trunk space wise is very enormous, as you guys can see. So this is, I think this A5 mainly go against rival like the Mercedes E-Class and the BMW 5 Series itself. Luckily GetGo has a BMW 5 Series in its fleet, so I'll definitely be reviewing that in the near future, so do keep a lookout for that. Same goes for the E-Class. Unfortunately, they don't have a 4-door in their fleet. They only have a 2-door coupe, which I'll also be reviewing that in the near future, so do keep a lookout for that. But rear of the trunk, you got a very decent size space. You got a spare tire with all the necessary toolkit. You got this hook right here to strap down your stuff. More hook on the top. Same for the other side. You also got this very nice looking light right here at the rear to illuminate at night. And let's just to show it this. Let's see. Oh, amplifier for the infotainment itself. And you also got this 12-volt socket right here. Other than that, that's all for the rear itself. To close it down, just need to, there isn't really a latch to do so, so you need to do it yourself, close it manually by just grabbing any part of the car itself. So yeah, and also got this very nice partial shelf, which I think, if I'm not wrong, could be remove it manually itself. Yeah, I think you could remove it manually, and same goes for this as well. Other than that, don't use. I think this is the emergency release latch if let's say someone were to get trapped inside. But other than that, I don't really see anything else. Then you got this light right here, but don't really see anything else for it. So yeah, close it back down, which is already quite heavy, one thing to lift it up. So yeah, and also you got the boot release lever right here to open the trunk itself. And you got your rear reversing camera right here, which I don't think is standard on the A5 when it's brand new. So yeah, other than that, let me just show you guys the rear of the car right now. So let's go. Alright then, so yes, now right inside the A5 itself. So basically, what do I have to say first? Well, the leg space one thing you do have to take note is this car is quite low down to the floors, not floor, sorry, the ground. So when you're entering the car, you might feel like you're sitting quite low. So same go to the driver's seat, because initially when I first drove the car, I decided to raise my position to quite high up, because since this car was quite low and I'm having trouble to look it over, to look out of the car window itself, or the windscreen itself. So hence I decided to raise the height of the seat, but realized that wasn't the solution, as your feet pedal will be, you won't have much space to move your leg, or basically you won't have much controls to adjust the brakes and the accelerator of the car itself. So yeah, that's the downside. But okay, let me just get back to the seat itself. You got a decent amount of leg space, leg room right here. Headroom wise also quite not too bad. I just got a little bit of space left. If you're maybe slightly taller, you would definitely be hitting this already, and maybe getting out is also another problem, which is a downside. In the rear right here, you got your door release handle, you got your window switch and your grab handle to hold here, or you can hold it right on top right here. And alongside that, you also got a coat hook to hook your stuff. Right down below here, you got a small amount of storage space. Maybe you could put more bottle right here, and you got speakers right here, and I think this should be a speaker as well. So yeah, you also got this very nice leg cutout cutting. So if let's say you're slightly taller, you got more space in the rear itself. And you also got this net right here to put your stuff in the rear. Moving on, you got your rear AC vent right here, as you guys can see, which you guys can adjust the climate control. So basically this to adjust this to control whether you want AC in the rear or not, and this is to adjust the climate control in the rear itself. So basically this is for a higher climate, this is for a lower climate itself. And you got adjustable AC right in the back right here, and right down below here, I don't think the camera can see it, but this is your 12-volt socket outlet right here. Other than that, I don't think you can just forget about sitting 5 people in this car, because as you guys can see, this is the huge ass transmission tunnel. So I doubt anyone is sitting right here unless you were to really maybe squeeze your way through, and the person that's sitting in center will have to bear the unbearable pain, which is this huge ass transmission tunnel right here. So yeah, if anyone's like looking for size comparison, let me see. So basically this is my leg right here, and this is the transmission tunnel. The gap between the seat and the transmission tunnel is very little, so definitely there's a problem with it. So yeah, definitely don't think you can sit 5 people in this car. Maybe if you were to bring kids, shouldn't be a problem, but yeah, I think kids shouldn't be a problem at all, but adults, don't think so. I think adults is only can sit 4 people maximum. Kids maybe can try to squeeze in 3. So yeah, and also this, you got your ISOFIX with your visible ISOFIX point right here, which can put your child seat inside, which yeah. And yeah, as also another thing to take note is, unfortunately this car is a very old car. So I think if I'm not wrong, this is a 2010 or 2011 or 2009 car. I could be wrong, because I really don't know the age of this car or the model year of this car itself. But based on my research that I've done previously, most probably I would guess it's a 2010 car. So it's a 12 to 13-year-old car itself. So yeah, hence they might see some stain over the car itself. So yeah, and plus this is not like black interior, which you can't see the stain that easily. But since this is a grey interior, you can see the stain and all the wear and tear of the car more easily. So yeah, other than that, really that's oh yeah, before I show you guys the front of the car itself, let me just show you guys some more features of the rear itself. Got more of the grappling hook right here, which you got on the rear passenger side, rear driver side itself. You got your reeling lamp right here, which you could press. Same goes for this side, and yeah, that's all. Most probably, I think since you guys already, like what I mentioned, most probably you're gonna bring only 4 people in this car. So if you want, you can just put this down, and you could maybe like put this as your armrest itself. And oh yeah, talking about armrest itself, you got a decent amount of storage space right here. Not too deep, but it's just barely enough to put your things inside. So yeah, and you also got some cup holders right here if I could access it. Yeah, there it is. Cup holders in the rear, so you can put your drinks. That's not good. Let me see. Oh, okay, yeah. You to put drinks right here, and I think there's one other car that I reviewed so far that has you can load your stuff right through from the trunk itself. So if I'll press this, let me see. Okay. Yeah, but basically, if you were to pull this down, you could technically actually, if you have long stuff, if you have long stuff that you want to put right through into the cabin itself, you can actually do so by just pulling this lever and pull this whole thing down. Plus also another good side, you will be able to access the trunk from this hole right here itself. So yeah. Another thing is, if let's say you want to carry more stuff and you do not want to put this thing down, you can actually technically fold down these 2 rear seat or these 3 rear seat itself by pulling on this lever right here itself. So once you pull this lever itself, the whole seat will just go down and you got more storage space in the car itself. So yeah. Other than that, that's all for the rear itself right now. Let me just show you guys the front of the car. So let's go. Oh yeah, and stepping right in the car itself is also isn't a problem at all. So yeah, let me just go for traffic and get out. Oh yeah, and notice, since this is a Continental car itself, you also got frameless window itself. So as you guys can see, there isn't any frame around the window itself. So yeah, that's another good thing I really like about this car itself. Alright, now, oh yeah, before I show you guys the driver's side itself, you also got keyless entry. This car does have the key itself, so yeah, unfortunately all 4 door handles are quite badly worn out from its age itself. So yeah, let me just show you guys the front right now. So there I go. Alright then, so stepping right into the driver's seat of the car itself, one thing you do have to take note straight off the bat is, yeah, that nice solid closing that from the doors itself. But okay, let me just get back to what I want to say. One thing you do have to take note is this car is definitely very, like what I say, is 12 to 13 years old already, so there might be some flaws to this car itself. But yeah, looking around, unfortunately this car also has the aftermarket infotainment itself, which this is not what it looked like from new, but I think that go fitted this in to keep up with the current infotainment screen it has in its fleet itself. So yeah. Alright, let me just show you guys the storage space for this car itself. So you got this very nice Quattro Audi badging right here, and trunk space wise, you got a decent amount of space, I would say. But yeah, just all this nonsense in this car itself. And I think this is the owner's manual for the car itself. Not too sure why this, because we don't really know. And you got your airbag switch to turn off the passenger airbag right there. But other than that, that's all for the storage, the glove compartment for the A5 itself. Moving to the center itself, let me see it close. Not too sure if you guys can see, but it got some storage bin right here, which I don't think I have figured out. Okay, now I figure out. Just the lever thing or whatever thing is very stiff itself. So yeah, you got some receipt from its filling on the car refill accessory bullshit. But other than that, you also got 12 volt socket outlet right down there. And yeah, that's all. Storage wise, I think if you want to put stuff inside, it's best to put it right there instead rather than here, because here, like, I think this is slightly deeper than the one in the rear itself, but space wise really not that much. So you can put more stuff, maybe your bigger stuff could put it right side there, and maybe your wallet could put here, and your phone could put here, and your drinks could put here. This space I would say best is suited for your phones, or maybe you have a slim wallet, you can put it right here. Cup holder, where you got 2 variety. One is a very deep one, one is very somewhat slightly shallower bin itself. As you guys, I'm not too sure whether you can see, but there's a height difference between this cup holder and this cup holder itself, and so the size of it is also different. So yeah. Oh, I just realized, yeah. Oh yeah. Let's move on to the center console right now. Center console right here, you got your mode selector right here, so basically you can switch it in between comfort, auto, or dynamic. So basically comfort is your regular mode itself. This auto is, I think, just to let the car to select what is the mode that's best for you. Dynamic is basically sports mode, as in another term of saying dynamic. Dynamic is not term for saying sports mode itself. So yeah, you got your traction control right here. which you could turn off the traction if you want to. I think this is, if I'm not wrong, should be your auto brake hold function. This is your parking brake. Your gear selector right here. This is your engine start stop, and this is for your infotainment screen right here, which I'll show you guys later on. But I doubt I don't know whether it will have any effect at all, because the original infotainment screen has already been ripped out. So yeah. Moving on, you got your gear selector right here. So basically, to engage gear, just need to engage in brake and press on this and pull it down. And you want to use the pedal shifter on this car, or use the shifter on this gear knob itself, just shift it to the left itself, and it will engage in manual gears. Or technically, you can shift up from here and shift down from here itself. Alright, next up, let me show you guys the climate control. Climate control, you got your fan controls on either side. This is how you want the aircon to be blowing at you. This is your auto climate control. This is your rear. This to recirculate air. This is your AC. Turn on the AC, turn off the AC. And this is your rear itself. Oh yeah, this is the rear. And this is the same thing as this side itself. So basically, later I'll show you guys how it looks like when the car is turned on. But for timing, this is what I just told you guys. So yeah. On top right here is basically, if I'm not wrong, so far I haven't installed this feature much yet, but in the original Audi MMI system, if I'm not wrong, it will basically, if you press on any of this button right here, it will show you guys the information of the car itself on the screen itself, on the infotainment screen right here, which is not this itself, it's the original one, which is, if I'm not wrong, it's behind this dash, but it's already been fitted with the new one instead. So yeah, you got your AC vent right here, which you could just adjust your AC like how you normally would adjust in the car itself. This to adjust the fan itself. So yeah, yeah, you can't really see the original Audi infotainment screen because it's already been replaced by the new one. So yeah, oh yeah, you also got this very nice ashtray right here, which you could put your stuff, your secret socket, but if not, you can just cover it up itself. So yeah, let me just show you guys the wheel right now. The wheel is just plain simple, literally very simple. This right here, if I'm not wrong, is to adjust this small screen right here. These two things are basically to adjust the small screen right here, and this, if I'm not wrong, is that. But I'm not too sure whether the volume control and the voice command still works or not, but I'll test it out later for you guys to see. So yeah. On the left side, you got your headlights and your your indicators right here. So basically, like typical Audi, you got your down to, you can see your indicate left, but you also got this very nice how do I say it, but you really got this feeling that I really don't know how to describe it, but it's like the old car feeling, if I can say it correctly. But yeah, to indicate high beam, just need to pull back itself, and to engage is just the other way around itself. So yeah, right down below here, you got your cruise control right here. Not really gonna test it, but here it is, guys, for you guys to see anyway. So yeah, next up is your wiper switch right here, which you could adjust by lifting the stock all the way up or all the way down. This to adjust the frequency of it, if I'm not wrong, and this is for the rear itself. So no, I think it's for the wipers itself. I could be wrong, but I'll just test it out later for you guys. So far I haven't really figured. Oh yeah, I just found out. I think this should be if I could. Yep, found it. So basically, this adjusts the steering wheel itself, which is very stiff. Cause not too sure why it's very stiff, but yeah, and just adjust it accordingly itself. Oh my god, everything's so stiff. But yeah, that's basically how it adjusts itself. Oh yeah, and the steering wheel, I'm not too sure what it is wrapped in, but if I have to guess, and also sorry guys. Also, the steering wheel, if I'm not wrong, you have to guess what it is wrapped in. It should be Alcantara, but I could be wrong. But I remember if I'm not wrong, the original one doesn't come with Alcantara. It should be leather wrapped steering wheel, but I could be wrong on that as well. But moving on, you got your light switches right here. So basically, you can either adjust it to turn off the headlight, auto headlight, and this is for your turn on the full headlight itself. So yeah. Then this is your front and rear, and this is more of your light switch right here. This, if I'm not, to adjust your screen brightness right here, which if you want to adjust it, just press on this and a small switch will pop out and you can just adjust it accordingly itself. Once done, just push right back in itself. So yeah. Next on this is also right on the door itself right here, you got your unlock and lock feature, your door handle right here. This is your memory seat function, which at the moment is not being used. Your window adjusting switches right here. So basically you want to adjust the mirror on the right hand side, just need to switch to the right and just adjust it like that. So basically, oh yeah, sorry about that, can't need be turned on, you want to do that, but that's how it look like. So yeah, you got your window switches right here, and this is to prevent people from rolling down the windows itself. So yeah, other than that, the handle right here to close the door itself, and some more storage bin right below itself. And you also got the grab hood thing to grab hold to for some reason itself. So yeah, other than that, got your sun visors right here, your light itself. Same goes to passenger side. So basically the passenger also had the same thing as the driver itself. So yeah, so basically this is your switch to turn on the light itself, this to turn off. In the middle is basically when the car doors are open, the light will turn on itself. If not, it'll be off. And this to turn on the light itself. So yeah, if you do not want on this light itself, you can just on this two light manually, just pressing the light on either side. So yeah, then this is your one to put your your sunglasses, sorry, but yeah, I think it's broken, not then feeder it anymore. So yeah, but other than that, that's all for the car. So let me just start it up for you guys to take a look at how it sounds. So basically on the brake itself, press this, car just turn on itself. So here it is. So basically just okay, yeah, so basically it's just very simple. You got your rev gears on the left, your speedo rev gears on the left, speedo on the right itself. So yeah, basically what I mentioned just now with this is basically if you have to press mode, you can see right here if I press, see, just need to clear this setting, but okay, yeah, so basically I have to press mode, you guys can see. So basically these are just some of the functions that it has. Only had three things to show you guys on this car itself. And this wheel right here to just adjust the station wherever you want, adjust whatever that's in the screen right there. So yeah, let me see whether any of this work. Oh yeah, it works. So basically you have to press any of this, it will just show it right here, but not gonna really bother it with it anyway. Just gonna go back to radio and listen to my radio itself. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot, one thing I don't really like, since they installed this aftermarket stereo itself, it blocks the hazard light. So basically you can't really see the hazard light unless you were looking for it, which is unless you were looking right here. So basically, if let's say you're looking at it straight on and you're wondering, oh, where's my hazard light, can't find it, unless you were to look around, then it's here. It's right behind the infotainment screen, which is a bit weird. Plus it also, like, let's say in emergency situation, you can't really find your hazard light to warn other people behind you. So that's a downside of this new infotainment screen that's being installed, that's being covered right here. So yeah, other than that, that's all it's safe for the car itself. You got these two buttons right here to adjust whatever shit that's here itself. So yeah, really not gonna touch it at all. But other than that, let me just, oh yeah, regarding this climate control is very simple. So basically if you want to adjust your fan speed, just need to press on this and you can just adjust it to how you like it itself. So yeah, and to go back, just press the center and you go back to the temperature of the car, the AC itself. Same goes for this. So basically this can just set it to auto itself. So yeah. Oh yeah, and anything you press right here is also be reflected up here itself. So yeah. Alright, then now let me just show you guys the seat of the car itself. So basically the seat for the A5 is electronic adjusted. So basically you can just adjust according to how you preference. So basically this is to adjust the height itself. So basically adjust both way. So basically on high you can just adjust it this way, and this is just the height of the seat. the angle of the seat itself. So yeah, and this is just the lumbar support for the car itself. But for the lumbar, I think you can't really see the obvious cause no one sitting on the driver's seat itself. But let me just tell you guys, oh my god, once you do sit in the driver's seat itself, you do actually can feel the, oh yeah, you can definitely feel it, but it's not that strong compared to other cars itself. But yeah, so basically for the electronics of the car itself, or any controls of the car itself right here, if you guys want to adjust it, you have to turn on the car itself in order to adjust it. Other than that, yeah, so basically if the car is turned off, you can't really adjust any single thing at all, other than the seats itself. But yeah, that's the only thing you can adjust without the car being turned on is the seats. If you want to adjust the electronics on it or any other things, you have to turn on the car itself. But other than that, that's all for my review itself. Let me share you guys my overall thoughts and opinion for this car itself. So let's go. Alright then, so yeah, that's basically my experience of renting the GetGo Audi A5. One thing I have to say is, even though the Audi is quite old, my overall drive, I think I would say is the power delivered is also quite smooth and also quite not too bad. But when I first drove it, there was I want to say the vehicle was there was a misalignment in the vehicle itself. So somehow the vehicle is pulling, when you are driving straight, it's like pulling you towards the left itself. So you have to always like somewhat like correcting it to the center of the whatever direction you're driving. So maybe that's one problem. Another problem I have to say is there's a lot of damages on the car itself. I'm not too sure why. Maybe the person cannot drive, or the person, whoever that's like maybe the past few person that's renting the car itself, really can't like judge the length of the car itself. So hence there's most of the damage I would say will be the front, where you guys saw earlier on. Other than also one damage that is at the rear passenger side, the side skirt and the rear passenger door that was damaged. Other than that, I would say that there isn't any problem with it. But I don't know why, but somehow I'm getting I got a fear of driving luxury cars somehow. I don't know why. What's that fear about? But maybe because if you guys didn't know, previously before I drove any luxurious car, I used to drive. I rented an Audi A1 for like a couple of months, and I got into an accident. So yeah, maybe that's my fear of driving Audis. And somehow I also have to say, I got some of this Mercedes curse. So basically I have a curse with that Mercedes drivers somehow do not really like me at all. So yeah, don't know what to say about that. Hopefully BM will be alright. But yeah, I doubt I'll be renting the Audi again, because one, it's very far from a location, and two, the car is quite old. So yeah, it's a high mileage car, I think, with almost 100,000 kilometers under the belt. So yeah, probably won't be renting the car again. So yeah, other than that, that's all I'll say for this video itself. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to click the subscribe button down right below. See more videos like this, so click subscribe, and please see my 2 other videos. And with that, I'll see you guys next video. Oh yeah, one more thing to add on. For that car itself, if anyone were to rent that in the future, do take note. Somehow that car has blind spot assist, which when you when you indicate your intention to move to another lane, like actually you signal to your left side, the rear reversing camera will be turned on, showing you the rear of showing you guys what is behind you. It won't yeah, basically show you guys what's behind you. So yeah, that's the same thing for the right side if you were to indicate to the right. And one more thing is basically you also have a reversing camera for you guys to assist you guys in reversing. But other than that, yeah, that's all for the car itself. Definitely won't be renting the A5 again, because I feel it's a very long car, and I think I'm more used to driving short wheelbase cars. So yeah, oh yeah, also they have an A3, so I definitely will be renting that in the fleet. So do keep look out for that. Other than that, that's all.